Let's go.
Make them say,
Na 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 na.
nah.
Welcome into Sleeper Sunday.
Sleeper Sunday.
Presented by our friends at Sleeper.
Shout out Sleeper, man. We had to leave late because we got in late.
Yep.
And there are rules about Kenny Highways. He's got to get his rest.
Safety first.
Exactly. So we were late to get our sleeper picks in for the NFL Sunday games, but later today I cooked up a little sleeper combo for the afternoon / what's it called? Sunday night football game.
Football.
So
as did I.
25 North Santa Fe, right there on the sign.
We're on the way.
Yeah.
We're on our
the way.
We had another dose of Jake's favorite breakfast burritos this morning.
Yeah, but you got something different, I saw.
I did. I went ham this time.
And?
It went ham.
The ham went ham.
Twisters, bro. It's different. It used to be in Colorado.
Someone commented and said, like, I think there's one of those in Pueblo or something like that.
Well, I remember I came to Denver in like 2010 to visit a friend, and there was a Twisters near Lakewood.
Okay. And it's gone now? Dang.
Yeah.
Gone but not forgotten.
Let me tell you this. Life is simple when you trust Jake for breakfast.
Oh, we could have gone to Wex out here. Everyone was telling me to take you to the Frontier. We should have done that.
Don't tell us what we could have done.
I'm not telling you. I'm just saying we have options out here. We could have.
Here's what I'm saying, brother.
Huh?
Everyone's going back and forth about what they want. You know what I said in the text group?
What?
I trust Jake, man. Whatever Jake wants gives me.
You know what?
Because Jake doesn't miss for breakfast.
Alyssa is the one who actually picked your order initially on Friday morning.
Oh, shout out to the Funky Dope producer.
Yep.
So wait,
and for Jake for sharing credit.
Jake, what makes it supreme? Because I didn't get a supreme either time. Sour cream or
It's just the
something?
name of it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's egg, bacon, potato, cheese, chili. I think that's it.
All right. Same as mine.
Who's outstanding?
Just with ham.
Yeah.
Hard as a...
They make it complicated, too complicated with the menu, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. What else is on my mind? Pretty good night's rest.
Not bad, honestly.
Yeah.
All things considered,
I was so tired. I crashed out the minute I laid down.
I did the same.
I was the opposite. I took too long of a nap on the bus, so then I wasn't tired when I got into bed, so I didn't get sleep till like 3:30.
I fell asleep watching a YouTube video and everything.
I think me and Kenny Highways were the only people that stayed up the whole time.
Dang.
Which is why I totally crashed.
I was up the whole time.
Yeah,
you're right, because I came back here and messed with you.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean to fall asleep. I was literally just facing the TV, watching SportsCenter, and then the next thing I wake up, it's like 12:30. We were 45 minutes away or whatever.
Yep.
I guess it was 1:30. Yeah.
Then I thought we had a curveball because it was getting close to 2 a.m. and we turned into an airport. I said, why are we at the airport? And Kenny Highway said, I missed a turn.
Kenny Highway said, get the fuck out. Fly your ass home.
Right. The Colorado Buffaloes. That was real. They beat the hell out of the Arizona Wildcats 34-7.
In the words of who I think is just an absolute genius, Ricky Bobby, that just happened.
Yes, it did.
In the words of who I think is an absolute genius, Bill Belichick, we're on to Cincinnati.
We are on to Cincinnati.
We are on to Cincinnati. But Sunday morning hangover takes from the game. Who wants to start?
We got a damn good team with a damn good defense, and we have the nation's best quarterback.
Hell yeah. Not news to us, though.
No. You know, somewhere across America, a lot of people are headed to church right now or in church and listening to us on their iPods and
iPods.
What's the thing? Earbuds?
AirPods.
Those things. And the Bible ain't new, man. You know, they ain't been adding chapters to it, but you still go every Sunday. So that's what we have to do here. We have to preach over and over to the believers, not just the non-believers, that we got a damn good team.
Yes, we do.
Got a damn good offense with a damn good defense. And when you have Shedeur Sanders on your team as the quarterback, you always have more than a chance.
I'll go one step further. This team is good, and they have good depth. Seeing Colton Hood go out there and ball out.
Yeah.
They're rotating guards, both guards in the game.
Yep. Shout out to all of them because they all played well.
Yes, they did. And then obviously, LeJonte goes off, but no Travis. Like, guys are just stepping in. Morgan Pearson's out there running routes and Shedeur's targeting him and stuff.
Yep.
Keaton Wade comes
Jordan
in.
O.
Jordan O. Keaton Wade comes in. He's rushing on that first third down of the game.
I know.
Can I go not Jake mode, Jake chat mode in Uncle Neely asshole? You remember, Jake, you just said something you said about our guards. What did you just say?
They rotated.
Rotated guards. Do y'all remember back this summer when I would say about the depth of the O-line and we're going to rotate people in and out, and people were kicking me in the teeth saying that means we don't have a quality O-line?
Yeah.
And I was saying, no, it's going to be matchup based. It's going to be who has the goods that week against this opponent. Because it's not like having a 2-quarterback system. You want depth and interchangeability on your O-line. And I think if any game that we've played this season proved that, this one did.
NFL teams rotate guards.
All the
totally
time.
normal thing.
All the time.
I would prefer not to, if I'm being completely honest. But I was more than happy with how they performed yesterday.
Yeah, it'd be wonderful if you didn't have to, because that means you got a guard with the stamina of Travis Hunter in college.
Yeah.
Man, I think my biggest thing that I thought about this morning was, and we talked a little bit about this last night, about how Arizona is the two-man show that everyone thought Colorado was. But to double down on that even more, I love the fact that this is the game of all the games that Colorado needed Shedeur and Travis the least.
Yeah.
It's just so poetic.
Hell yeah.
That the two-man show that everyone thought Colorado was goes in there. Travis barely plays. Shedeur doesn't have his best stuff, at least after the first quarter and a half or so.
Pretty much.
And yet they blow out Arizona with everyone else.
Yeah.
With the Colton Hoods of the world, with the Keaton Wades of the world. I mean, what an awesome time for the team to show they are the furthest thing from a two-man show against the real two-man show.
Yep.
And I don't understand how someone can have that take and has watched more than one Colorado game. Because when you look at the number of receivers that Shedeur throws to, week to week to week to week, the stats bear out that it's more than a two-man game. When you look at the guys on defense, who gets the most tackles this game or sacks this game or TFLs this game, it varies week to week to week. So it lets you know on both sides of the ball, you're not counting on one or two people if you've watched more than one game.
Yeah. Facts.
Love it, man.
Anything else that sticks out to you guys? Just something different that you were feeling this morning?
It was very late when we rewatched the highlights, and I'm trying to remember what I was saying out loud at that point.
I don't remember either.
I rewatched the entire game.
Did you?
Yeah, he had the full game on up there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was like, it's on. I might as well watch it again.
It's funny because I considered doing that, and then I'm like, nah, I need something to do Sunday night after Sunday Night Football.
It was just interesting to hear, the commentator's perspective on stuff.
Yeah, no, I love
and
that.
how they were reading the game.
I do that every week, actually.
Yep.
Because I want to hear some little anecdote that they noticed, or a sideline report.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. And by the way, that crew does a great job.
Yeah, I thought they did.
Jason Benetti's elite.
When I rewatched it, I thought they did a good job. I thought they were, somewhere between fair and spot on when it was halftime, and they filmed Travis without his shoulder pads. The analysis that they gave that. It wasn't, just overselling it and dumping on it. So I thought it was a good broadcast.
Couple takeaways from I watched Well Off before I went to sleep last night, and there was some really cool stuff in there. One, the fourth down conversion to Travis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so clutch.
They built a whole play during the timeout.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just from scratch.
Hell yeah.
It was like literally Shedeur and Pat Shurmur and Travis are just like, okay, Travis, like they originally said, Travis, you're gonna run a comeback on the on the wide side. Then Will, you run a 9 route, and like they're just literally drawing up a play in the sand to convert a first down. It was awesome. And then the other thing, RG last night was talking about how he thought the play to Draylon Miller, he thought that was gonna be a behind the back pass from Shedeur. It was. Because before the play, literally Shedeur looks at the camera with Bucky. He's like, should I throw this behind the back? And Bucky's like, yes.
Hell
so
yeah.
then he goes into the end zone. He's so excited to see it, and then Shedeur doesn't do it. And Bucky runs up on him, and he's like, man, you're scared. He's like, I am. We have to get this done.
Hell yeah, man.
Stay scared, Shedeur.
Seriously.
I'm trying to look through. I mean, I can't remember. We got to rewatch it again, but what a win.
Epic win. just so decisive. And again, I said this last night, but I do want to double down on it. The last 3 weeks, when you combine them together, really tells you something about this team. Mm-hmm. It's a dominant win on the road at UCF, a really close game against Kansas State where you had the lead inside 4 minutes.
Who's a very good football team.
Exactly. And then you go on the road again and dominate a lesser team.
Yep.
The combination of those 3 teams tells you that Colorado is right there at the top of the Big 12.
Absolutely.
And they are right in the mix. They're going to beat teams at their better end and compete with anyone at the top of the conference. And I believe Kansas State's still the favorite, or maybe they aren't, but they were the favorites to win the conference going into this week. And Colorado had them on the ropes. So this is going to be a dogfight to the end in the Big 12.
It absolutely is. You still got those 2 teams up top, BYU and Iowa State.
Both teams should have lost last night, by the way.
Yep. That's what I was about to say. When you look at – because now we're getting to a part of the schedule, and better yet, the conference schedule, where on one side you got cannibalization, but on the other side now you have like opponents. Like we've played somebody that now you're playing. Yep. And we whooped them and you barely beat them, that kind of thing. And so you really get to see how you measure up, not just in your wins and losses, but in like opponents. And the way some of these guys almost lost last night and almost lost to people we dominated, then okay, I wish BYU was on the schedule right now. Let's go.
Yeah. It's such a bummer that both of those teams pulled that win out. Not because I don't think they're going to ever lose. I think they both will. But we would have the ultimate logjam at the top of the Big 12 right now if UCF and Iowa State and BYU both lost those games.
Yep. Yeah, we are 3-1 in conference, right? And there's a bunch of people right there 3-1. And even though one of the other people is 3-1 is who we got our 1 from, we're the best damn 3-1 in this conference.
Yeah.
Like if we had to play everybody right now is 3-1, including Kansas State again, we win.
I just love where this team is right now, and I love the way the schedule shakes out to end the season.
So 2 27-point wins on the road, right?
Yep.
Why does this team play better on the road?
I think internally, it's a back against the wall mentality. I think it's the time away. There's limited distractions when you're on the road. Yep. You kind of lose a practice, so to speak. But the time in the hotel with the walkthroughs and there's nothing else to do but football, I think that all helps the personalities and characters on this team, including the staff, not just the players.
I don't know. This goes back to last year. They almost beat Utah in the season finale without Shedeur. They've obviously TCU, monumental win, first game of the Coach Prime era. Arizona State, they got a comeback win on the road with Shedeur being clutch without Travis, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then, they did take some bad losses last year on the road, Washington State, Oregon, but I thought this kind of last year, too, that they played better on the road.
I have a theory, and it kind of plays off of what you guys are saying. This team is so used to the us against the world mentality because that's how it is for them throughout the entire offseason. Everyone's coming after them. Everyone's attacking them. The world is figuratively booing them all the time. That I think when they go on the road and they go into, enemy territory, it's just that's their comfort zone.
Yeah.
People yelling and screaming, profanities at them in the stadium, that's just business as usual. And so I think they are more equipped than most to deal with that because that's just every day.
And take it just one little step further. I think there's a collective, not just internally to the individuals, but a collective reward that I'd rather silence you than hear my people cheer. I love the cheers at Folsom and it gets me going, but sucking the life out of your place really gets me going.
Yeah, It does.
And they just amp up for that.
And we're now at what it would have been 6 home games last year and 3 home games this year so far.
Yep.
So out of 9 games that they've played at Folsom, 8 of them have been 1-score games, and the 9th was the blowout of Nebraska.
Yep. Pretty
crazy if you think about it. That basically, if you go to a game at Folsom Field, you're going to get a barn burner. I kind of hope at some point that ends, and they start blowing out teams at home the way they've been blowing them out on the road. But it's a beautiful thing. Longtime Buffs fans will remember that during the Dan Hawkins era, this team lost over 20 road games in a row.
Jeez.
Wow.
And that was a team that was, consistently finishing around 5 and 7. Like, they were competing for bowl eligibility. They could never win a road game.
20 in a row.
It could be more than that.
That's like 4 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like don't go.
Yeah.
It's like me this neutral site.
And I want to say they snapped the streak on the road at, I don't know, actually. But so, again, to be able to go on the road and dominate is not normal. You've got to be really good in college sports to dominate teams on the road.
I think one thing, based on that, building off that we all have to appreciate, us on this panel and people watching the show and just around college football, and David Kelly, the GM, says it all the time, it's hard to win in college football.
Yep.
And as the schedule goes on, even if you've got a lighter opponent, you're at home or you're this or you're that, it gets harder because, like we always say, you hear Coach talk saying it, it's about us, not them. Well, the us's start to get banged up, start to get tired, the season gets longer, focus starts to wane, all that kind of stuff. It's hard to win, man, college football games.
Yeah, it is.
And so when you look around the nation and you look at the teams right now that are undefeated or 6-1 and that kind of stuff, and you just think about, we got 2 losses, and one of them we were leading with 3 minutes left.
I know.
This is a damn good football team when you measure it against the nation.
That's what I was going to get to. I mean, they've seen it on the road, whether it's the mentality or whatever it is, and you bring up the fact that all these games are one-possession games at home. That should show just how close this team is to really just being a juggernaut almost. I mean, come on, man. You get it together at home, you start pulling out these one-possession games, or you even start dominating at home like you do on the road.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because I got to tell you, you guys are going to remember this from the summer because I said it a lot, I think. I really thought we'd be seeing way more Ryan Staub than we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Because I thought this team was built to blow people out.
Yeah.
And we've been doing it like you saw Ryan Staub. Shout out to Ryan for going for that back pylon, too. Like Ryan about to get me one.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
bro.
Staub.
Who did he throw that to?
Who was that receiver?
I think it was Jordan.
Was that when Jordan got held like crazy and they didn't call it?
I think so.
Wild.
Yeah, shout out to Staub for going for
Wild.
it. But I really thought that we would be having bigger leads in the fourth, so where he would be getting more opportunity that he's gotten. But I like when I get to see him because that means we're up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find how long this losing streak was. I've got an article here from November 3rd, 2010, which this preceded something terrible. But the headline is, Colorado out to snap 15-game road skid. It was when they were heading to Kansas. Buffs fans will remember that game. They did not snap that road skid at Kansas, even though Kansas was 0-4 in the Big 12 going into that game.
No.
They blew a 28-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
But it's just crazy. Like, just some of the quotes and reading back on this, and now thinking about the fact that Colorado just goes on the road and blows teams out back to back. Listen to this. It's sickening to me because I know we can beat this team, said senior quarterback Jimmy Smith. If you bring some of the teams that we play on the road into Folsom, we beat them badly. But then we go on the road and it's like we can't tie our shoes for some reason. And then I don't know why it's like that. The leadership could be a number of things, but I hate it. I hate the fact we can't go on the road and win a game.
Jimmy said that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
Well, and they lost the next game.
And Dan was
and
fired?
Dan Hawkins was fired by
Crazy.
Monday. So, yeah, and then, they continued to be bad after that. So I do think I think that road loss, so it would have been 21, I think, because they won on the road at Utah to end that season. So that would have been five more road losses after that. I don't know.
It's crazy. All right, let's take our first break, then we'll do Big 12 power rankings. We got to do sleeper picks too. Speaking of sleepers, shout out to them. The homies, the best fantasy football app out there. We are in New Mexico. We can actually do sleeper picks out here.
Yeah, we can.
And if you think you have what it takes, download the Sleeper app and use the promo code BUFFS to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. Sleeper, the best fantasy football app out there, most customizable fantasy football app. You can import your league history if you are on another platform. and want to join Sleeper. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper today.
Do we want to do our, should we reveal our Sleeper parlays now?
Yes. The live ones or the 2 p.m. ones?
The 2 p.m. ones.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
What?
my picks disappeared.
Oh, well, I sent in a video of mine to Alyssa, so she's got it here. I will narrate as it goes. I went with an all-anytime touchdown scorer combo. So the premier 2 o'clock game is Chiefs 49ers. I went with both of the star tight ends. It's a, kind of little tight end head-to-head.
Okay.
Travis Kelce and George Kittle both to score a touchdown. And then Sunday Night Football features the New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers. And for the first time, Devontae Adams. So I threw in a Devontae Adams touchdown. I feel like that might be the bet of the day.
That is.
Oh,
that's gonna happen. It's gonna be forced to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Aaron Rodgers is going to make sure that Devontae Adams catches a touchdown today.
Absolutely. I like that one.
So you combine all those together. Let me get the numbers because I can't see it from Alyssa's screen. Combine all those together, it's 8.1x for that combo. 3-way combo, Kelce touchdown, Kittle touchdown, Adams touchdown, 20 to win 162.
I think you're missing one thing, and it's the pick on sale.
Oh?
Patrick Mahomes, his more or less for passing yards is 0.5.
0.5 passing yards?
0.5 passing yards.
So if he has more than 0.5 passing yards,
yes.
you win.
And that is a 1.77 multiplier.
Okay, so if you were to add that to what I already have,
Yeah.
that's going to get it probably up in the 12, 13 range.
Yep. So I've got that. I took a Jaden Daniels anytime touchdown, rushing touchdown more than 0.5, and then I took a Kyron Williams more rushing yards, 92.5, because the Raiders suck.
Can I add to this right now? All right. I need to add my pick on sale. I should have listened to you earlier when you were talking about it.
Did you do Circle K yet?
Nope.
Shout out to our friends over at Circle K, the homies. We will be making a stop soon.
They have been major homies this weekend.
They really have been. They are getting us through on the road and literally fueling this bus to where we need to go. We cleaned them out. I don't know if we're going to quite clean them out today, but I cannot wait till we stop at the Beacon on our road trips, these Circle Ks. Download the Circle K app and join the Inner Circle for exclusive offers, deals on gas, Polar Pops, every 5th item free on grillers, all that type of good stuff. New offers, purchase clubs, and sweepstakes are uploaded weekly, so download that app and sign up.
In the hot food section in Circle K, every stop has been clutch.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've grabbed. Now, let me tell you this. Someone goes to engineering school at Circle K on wrapping these sandwiches.
And keeping them warm.
Oh, my God. You got to fight to get in them. They are wrapped, brother.
That actually is true. I was struggling last night.
I've struggled every stop. I was like, how do they do this?
Yep.
I just want to get the sandwich out.
But it traps
so
all the heat
Oh,
in.
my God. It's so hot and moist. Balls.
Jesus Christ.
We're talking about Circle K sandwiches.
Not on Sunday, Jake.
You know what? That is my fault, yes. Oh, my goodness.
There you go.
All right, sorry, I'm typing this out because we're about to do this. Our Big 12 power rankings after week 8. Do we start from the bottom or the top? Bottom, I'd assume?
Okay. I need to prepare for this. So we can start from the bottom, though.
Started
So,
from the moon,
looking, I'm pulling mine up too. I think off the top of my head, last place between the two teams who, there's only one Big 12 team actually who hasn't won a conference game.
And that is?
The Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Okay, so this is hard because to me this is power. Not to me.
Yes, of
this is
course.
power rankings.
Yes. And then Houston, UCF, Baylor, and Houston, UCF, Baylor, Kansas, Utah, Arizona are all 1-3 in the conference.
So I actually don't think that Oklahoma State is the worst team in the power rankings.
I think it's Houston.
I think it is too. Houston lost to Kansas.
Yep.
Which is a
Got
bad.
blown out, I think, right?
Yeah. So Houston goes into last place.
I agree.
All right. Who's next then? I think UCF is a candidate here. I'm not
UCF pushed the best team in the conference to the brink last night, or the best record in the conference.
Yes.
I'm just flipping them. I'm going Houston, Oklahoma State.
I want to put Kansas there.
Okay. I can live with that. Kansas at 15. 14. Is this where the Oklahoma State Cowboys go, or do we throw down Utah, who cannot move the football at all?
That's so. It feels so crazy to do. This is easy to do this. Neutral site. Who are you picking? Oklahoma State or Utah?
Oklahoma State.
Me too.
Yeah.
So.
But what about this? Utah neutral site. Who are you picking? UCF or Utah?
Playing today, Utah.
So that means that UCF would go here.
I think I pick Utah as well.
Okay, so that means UCF.
But the thing with UCF is that young quarterback was making some plays yesterday. He did kind of throw the game, not throw the game. His inexperience shone through at the end of the game last night. So, but Isaac Wilson is very inexperienced also.
Yeah, I might pick UCF.
He just could make more plays. I think Brown is his name for UCF.
Yeah.
He's got
Shakari
legs.
Brown.
Yeah. He can make some plays.
So it's going to be 2 out of 3 here. I would pick UCF to beat Utah. But you said you would pick Utah.
I think
Jake,
I'm
you're the
changing my
tiebreaker.
mind. Yeah, I'm going with the UCF in that game.
Okay.
So Utah?
Utah
I'm mad at it.
next, then UCF.
Then UCF. All right.
Remaining 1 and 3 teams that we haven't ranked yet are Oklahoma. Oh wait, did we put Oklahoma State in yet?
Yeah.
Or no.
No, we haven't.
Oklahoma
State. Because I
State.
said I was flipping them, but I got outvoted, which I can roll with.
Okay, here's the rankings: 16 Houston, 15 Kansas, 14 Utah, 13 UCF.
See, Oklahoma State is
which one of those teams would you pick to beat Oklahoma State, though, Unc?
All right, give them to me again.
UCF, Utah, Kansas, Houston.
UCF would beat Oklahoma State. Kansas would not. What's the other one?
Oklahoma State 13, UCF 12.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I can live with
Arizona, Baylor, and I think there's one more 1 and 3 team.
That's it.
That's Arizona.
So Arizona, Baylor. Baylor's better than Arizona.
I agree.
I agree.
Arizona at 11, Baylor at 10, number 9.
Which, by the way, 11 is where they said we would be.
Yep. We move into a new tier here. The 2 and 2 teams in the conference: West Virginia, TCU, and Arizona State. We could also dip into the 3 and 1s.
I have them in the order that they're already in. So the next in the rankings to me would be West Virginia. The next after that would be TCU, and the next after that would be ASU.
Love it.
I think I might take West Virginia over TCU.
Have they
Neutral
played?
site?
Have they played?
They have not.
They have not. No.
West Virginia has gotten smacked 3 games in a row. 45-18 Kansas State.
I still like it the way it is. ASU, TCU, West Virginia.
All right, fine.
Okay.
West Virginia at 9, TCU at 8,
ASU at 7.
ASU at 7. Are we leaving them at 7? They just played with a backup quarterback, and they have been one of the better teams. They got, for my money, the best running back in the conference in Cam Scadaboo. Are we sure they're down this?
Oh, you're saying would ASU be over any of the 3 and 1 teams?
Yeah, Cincinnati, they just beat them.
I can
so
answer
that's
that
hard,
next
but
week.
that was with Jeff Sims.
Yeah, but you are who you are right now.
Yeah.
Is what's his name going to be back next week? Sam Levitt?
I have no idea.
I think he
Let's
might have
just
a
do it
broken
then.
rib.
Oh, yikes. All right, Arizona State.
No, I got to leave them where they are because that's BYU, Iowa, Kansas State, Texas Tech, Cincinnati, us.
All
I
right.
got to leave them where they are.
The 6 remaining teams: BYU, Iowa State, Kansas State, Texas Tech, Cincinnati, Colorado.
So I think Cincinnati is the worst of the 3 and 1s.
Yep.
Okay.
I would
Sorry,
put.
hold on.
That's okay.
Cincinnati.
Then I would put Texas Tech.
Yep.
I agree.
You want me to piss people off? I'll do it. We lost to Kansas State, but I'm putting us over them.
Okay, so that's where It's going to be hard for me.
I know, I get it, because football-wise, you can't.
Well, and the fact that we lost to them at home makes it harder.
But I'm just going off of what they've done since and what we've done since. If we played them again, we could play them in Kansas State, play them in Folsom, we could play them in McDowell Road and South Jackson, we beat them.
The Travis factor also. Travis didn't play more than half of that football game.
I just think we're a better team than they are.
Great point. They also went on the road and got a blowout win yesterday.
Yeah.
I feel you. The football purists, when you lose to somebody, they're ahead of you.
I mean, look, they're ahead on the standings, but it's power rankings.
Oh, power rankings
both
is us.
You both have Kansas State next, then Colorado at 3?
I hope these two teams face off in the title game because I do think
sick.
Colorado is better, yes.
That would be sick. All right, well, let's roll with it then.
Kansas State at 4. So then that leaves the Colorado Buffaloes, Iowa State, and BYU.
It's so funny because I had a hard time with the KSU thing, but I think Colorado beat both of these teams, or I would pick them at least on a neutral site. Mm-hmm. But I think it's hard to knock either of these teams right now, and I think you have to put them at 1-2.
Okay. Yeah, I have to respect being undefeated in conference. Yeah. I have to respect the body of work.
And both of them had such resilient wins.
Yeah.
If we have this same conversation after beating Cincinnati, I'll change it, but I'm going 1-2-3.
I think it goes Iowa State, BYU.
Exactly. Colorado. I'm going Iowa State, BYU, Colorado, top 3 teams in the conference.
You disagree?
Nope.
So there you go. Running through it last time. Our Week 8 Big 12 Power Rankings, starting from the top. Number 1, Iowa State. Number 2, BYU. Number 3, Colorado. Number 4, Kansas State. Number 5, Texas Tech. Number 6, Cincinnati. Number 7, ASU. Number 8, TCU. Number 9, West Virginia. 10, Baylor. 11, Arizona. 12, UCF. 13, Oklahoma State. 14, Utah. 15, Kansas. 16, Houston.
Love it. And you guys are right. I mean, it's not just Travis. It was the slew of injuries that ravaged Colorado in that game.
Omarion, I mean, we don't have to go through the whole thing, but yeah. If they had one of those guys, I think for that final drive, things could have been a lot different.
What was the group on the final drive? LeJohntay,
Will, Jordan O, and Draylon.
Okay. It's crazy to be that deep into your group and have those guys out there.
Yeah. All right, let's take another break.
Take a break. We need a break.
Shout out our friends at Promotico for hooking us up with this amazing bus. All the bells and whistles we could ask for, including whatever this is.
What is it? Oh, yeah, dude, the ledge?
Yeah.
Shout out to the ledge,
The ledge is clutch.
Look, I've got all sorts of goods on the ledge.
Yep.
I've got my hoodie. I've got the TV remote. I had a beer there yesterday.
Yep.
The ledge is great, man. There's something new every time you open a different drawer or look in a different spot.
A lot of storage space, man. A lot of drawers.
Really, for sure.
I love the little push button latches too.
Oh yeah.
You got to go in before
clutch.
you come out.
Boom.
Yeah.
Trash can.
The sliding door too is also clutch to turn this bus or kind of cut it in half so we can black it out back here.
Yeah, you can literally make it pitch black back here.
Yeah.
Go total studio mode with that closing door.
I love it.
Got to hold the button though.
You do.
Yeah.
Learned that today. We're actually going to probably see that video. So do we have all videos, Alyssa?
I'm just waiting on the...
Okay, we'll save that for the end then.
So shout out to Promotico. They do the college game day bus as well. And if you want your own bus, you can visit promotico.net or call 678-208-3436 or find them on Facebook to learn more. Breck Brew.
Shout out to Breck Brew.
Black can.
Great victory beer. If you go to the Breck Brew locator on their website, you type in which beer you want or just say, I want any Breck Brew. Put it in, and it'll tell you where the nearest store to you that carries Breck Brew is. It's pretty sweet. So if you haven't already, try some Breck Brews, including the Juice Drop IPA with that beautiful Colorado branding on the can.
Love it.
Love you, Breck Brew. I don't know what order these videos are in, so...
Speaking of video, I just shot her Coach Prime's halftime.
Oh, cool.
One of your worst memories. I don't even want to bring it up.
Yeah, don't.
I have to because I got to set the stage.
Okay.
One of your worst memories was that Stanford game.
Yep. Unfortunately,
Oh,
it falls
please tell
in
me
the
he
long
mentioned
line.
it in the...
He did.
He mentioned it.
Good.
Yeah, he mentioned it. Well, indirectly. but directly.
No, he should have said it directly.
No, it was direct.
Okay.
He had to acknowledge that this ain't the same team.
Yeah.
So for the people who were here last year,
Okay.
this is not going to happen again.
Want to play it?
Do we have it?
Let's
All
play
right,
it.
Coach Prime at halftime.
Everybody up! Everybody up! Everybody up! Let's go! Everybody up! Let's go! They're gonna get the ball. We're gonna have our defense out there, and we're gonna go 3 and out. We're gonna resume what we've been already doing. Guys, we've been in this situation before, and we took our foot off the gas. Many of y'all weren't here when that happened, but we would not do that. We're gonna kill a gnat with a sledgehammer. Now let's keep on going. The thing is, do not fall for the temptation to be selfish right now. Because usually when the team get up, they start thinking about me, I, what I'm gonna do, let me get the sack, let me get that tackle, let me get this carry, let me get this catch. It can't be about that. It's got to be about us. And then everybody's gonna have fun. So keep it about us. Let's go out there and finish them off, all right? Yes, sir.
And I have to acknowledge.
Check. Okay.
I have to acknowledge. I know everybody's out there. Oh, that was a quick speech. There was more, but we can't air it.
People really said this man can't coach, bro.
He's a great coach. He really is. Basically, watch any behind the scenes, whether it's the pregame show, Reach the People, Well Off, and you constantly see him coaching and motivating and, trying to reach these guys in different ways. Going back to what Coach Flea said on the pregame show, just about how coaching is management.
Yeah.
Coaching is psychology. It's knowing what makes each guy tick. I think Coach Prime does a great job trying to tap in with each guy. Also, first time I've ever heard that phrase. It might be common elsewhere, but I love kill a gnat with a sledgehammer.
Oh, yeah. It's a common South thing because gnats are everywhere. Here's what I think people, even when they watch the videos, forget to just calculate. They say comparisons is a thief of joy, but I'm going to do a comparison thing. In college football, and also in professional football, the head coach does not do a lot of coaching. The head coach is the manager. He coaches the coaches. He sets the standards. This is what y'all go do today. Now y'all go do it. So you don't see a lot of clips across the nation of head coaches telling the guy where his feet should be and where his hips should be. When you watch Deion Sanders or any coverage, of his program, you see him actively coaching, and now your mind goes, oh, he's probably just doing that with the DBs. He coaches offensive linemen. Like, he coaches the receivers. There are times throughout the game you'll see him call Jason Phillips over. And, hey, J. Field, hey, tell your receiver this, and this, because the DB is doing that. Because he's done the matchups before.
Yeah.
The guy is so hands-on. I would say he's the most hands-on college head coach I've ever seen.
He's a gem, bro.
I love it.
Without micromanaging.
Yeah.
Rankings are out.
Rankings!
Absolutely nothing. Didn't receive a single vote.
Wow.
I wasn't necessarily expecting them to crack the top 25, but no votes is crazy. That means they went backwards.
No votes.
All right.
UNLV leading. Others receiving votes from most to least. UNLV, Syracuse, Washington State, Duke, Liberty, Memphis, Tulane, Wisconsin, Cincinnati.
All right. Well,
Nebraska, Arizona State.
So just off that list you just read, and I don't want to pick on anybody, hate anybody, but I'm just remembering names. You can't tell me that Colorado is not a better team than Memphis and Cincinnati.
well, we'll find out next week.
Yes, we will.
So you got a chance to make a statement next week. If this team is 6-2, are they still not going to be ranked?
I guess. I mean, Vanderbilt, Army, starting from 25, it's Vanderbilt, Navy, Army, SMU, Illinois, Pitt, Boise, Mississippi State, Mizzou, Kansas State, Alabama. That's
a lot of good
25
teams in
through
there.
15.
A lot of good teams in there. It's a great
what's
year in college
what's
football.
helping
Yes, it
hurting
is.
is that the academy's being undefeated.
Yeah.
Like they are, and I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying,
No, of course.
from a traditional standpoint, they're taking 2 spots that normally somebody else would have because they're not known to be undefeated football programs.
But according to this, there's 10 other teams who would be in there before Colorado,
Yeah.
which is pretty crazy.
It's
All right.
absolutely crazy.
Restaurants.
Restaurant.
Yeah, let's play our restaurant ranking. So just so you guys know, these Sundays we like to review where we came from, and so we took you behind the scenes. RG, of course, worked his magic on our latest trip out to the Mosaic Cafe. Let's run it.
Run it.
We are at Mosaic Cafe. We are here because I asked Saul where's the best place to get dinner. And he said here. And he said they make the tortillas right in front of you. And that's an instant selling point for me.
They're literally making them in front of you.
Right now. So people here were amazing. They make the tortillas in front of you, amazing. The food was good, and my margarita was fire. So I'll start with the rankings here. I'm going 8-1.
Okay, I was in the similar ballpark. I got a shrimp dish. It was delicious. I had to put some work in to get my shrimps out of the shells, but the tortillas really kind of made the whole meal and stuff. I was gonna say 8.3.
All right,
Pretty
I love
good.
it.
Pretty
I love
good.
it. All I asked for is just a little more spice. That place is cool.
It was cool.
You like spice.
Oh yeah,
I need spice.
hell yeah. You would have done well out here, bro.
I would have. Speaking of, that was my one complaint with the breakfast burritos.
You
Yeah,
like a little kick to it, man.
I mean, they all come with chili out here, but it's not always.
It
It's
was
mostly
delicious.
not always hot. Yeah.
It was delicious chili, but like what I love about in Colorado, like you go to Santiago's, our
yeah.
favorite breakfast burrito spot.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
get the extra hot green chili.
Oh yeah.
That's good stuff. All right, so let's go through this here because I guess we now have a few under our belt. I wasn't at UCF.
Oh, Publix top. Besides Don Choche.
Well, Don Choche doesn't really count because it wasn't technically a destination city.
Okay.
The worst was Lincoln, easily.
Yeah, by far.
That was like a bottom 10 meal of my life.
For real.
Of your life.
Of my life.
It really was.
To me, that was. I guess I also went to a wing spot at Colorado State without you guys. We were all kind of split up for that game. Those were really good wings, so they deserve credit for that. But I think that was actually my number one so far of road meals.
Publix.
All right, fair enough. Don Choche would be an easy number one
Yeah,
if
for
it
sure.
was counting in the rankings. So shout out to Tucson.
Shout out to Tucson.
Bless you.
God bless you.
What's the name of it again? Don what?
Don Choche.
Don Choche
Tacos y
is
cerveza.
that defensive tackle that you know kicked ass, but it's before sacks were recorded. And so you just got to have his name off to the side, but you know
Right.
he would be the leader of sacks.
He
if
probably
sacks-
lined up across or on the other side of Deacon Jones.
Yeah.
It's like that stat about Pistol Pete if they had the 3-point line.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was shooting from half court. It just was a two-pointer.
All right, let's do bars.
Yeah,
I
what-
think this one we didn't do a full video, so we just have some footage from the bars we went to. We can run that footage now. So we'll start with the tailgate. Tailgate was at a cool spot, Bourbon Bent.
Yep.
It was definitely made a lot cooler. Oh, I didn't realize there's music or sound on this. All right, well, can we turn that down? All right, there we go. Buff Nation made this place cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
What I will say, though, is that we had a night on Friday night. Jake and I went out with a couple other guys, and RC
Yep.
went out with a couple other Buffs fans, and we went to O'Malley's. That is a great college bar, like legitimately great
Yeah,
college bar. It
elite.
was spacious. There's a big, center round bar, which was cool. We had the only complaint was they didn't have enough bartenders. So even with
Yeah.
all the bar space they had, it still took us like 30 minutes to get a drink.
Because it was lit, though.
Yeah, because it was popping. And then it had like a bar side and a club side.
Yep.
Which was cool. So that was dope. And then after that we went to something called Box Yard, I believe, which was made out of like shipping containers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. That was more of like a hangout than a bar, though.
Yeah. They had like food places and stuff in there. It was a cool place. I would definitely hang out there.
So my question for you on this is Barry's in Lincoln or O'Malley's in Tucson?
Ooh. I think it's O'Malley's, man.
What's funny about O'Malley's is there is literally nothing Irish about it.
No.
It's just like not even like a sign on the wall with like Irish
They don't have
lettering.
a leprechaun in the bathroom door.
Absolutely nothing.
I'm going with O'Malley's simply
Bless
for the
you.
fact that there wasn't a broken speaker just on 12
That's such a
on the
good
roof
point.
the whole time.
I'm gonna go with Barry's though because of the last thing you said there, on the roof.
That is true. That is true.
The outdoor area up top was really, really cool.
Yeah.
But it's close. I love college bars.
Hell yeah.
College bars love you.
That's true.
What else do we got? Is that it?
Got the promoter code thing now.
All right.
And here's a tour of the bus.
A lot of people have been asking for a tour of the bus. So I decided to deliver it.
All right.
RG on the edit.
And the cam.
Oh, hey. I wasn't expecting anyone. You want to see the crib? All right. Easter egg for you? Right here. I didn't know we were expecting company, so it's a little dirty on the back. Let's go inside. Morning. This is our wonderful captain, Kenny Highways. I think that guy was on the side of the bus. And that guy. This is where Unc sits. Got a little kitchen right here. Fridge. Pretty stock. Backup fridge. Cold curtain lights on deck. All this wind juice. Says no J Norvell. This right here is how we make that camera steady while we're moving on the road. My chair right here, good turn to our lovely TV setup. You can also turn to see the front. Out the window. It's not really that pretty right now. I'll have to have that guy sign a waiver. Other side. All right, now you gotta get out of here. See you never. Oh, shit. There you go. There you go.
There you have it. What about that Dorothy in there?
Yeah, the bathroom door, you just got to press it once and it slides all the way open. If you want to close and split the RV in half, you got to hold it, I learned. Also, it turns into a mirror.
It does. Yeah.
It's kind of trippy.
Trippy.
I love this thing, man. I love this vehicle so much.
You know what I love about this chair right here? Not only the view, we discussed that last night.
It's just like rocking you to sleep like a little baby.
But when it goes too far back on the rock, and just as you realize that you need to rock it back, it rocks itself back on the next bump.
Oh.
You know, because every time you go up, you got to come down.
Yep.
So it goes,
Yeah,
like,
I don't know
I'm
if people
back.
know this, but you can just pop these back all the way. I
Yeah.
should have showed that.
We're chilling.
Oh, yeah.
We're chilling.
That's nice.
Kenny Highways is doing all the driving. FDP is doing all the producing. We're just three guys sitting here talking ball, man.
It's crazy. Traveling the country.
Super chats and questions.
Let's do it.
We need to do sleeper picks.
By the way,
We did sleeper.
yeah.
Oh, I was like, I didn't put it.
Oh, well, those ones are expired.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But we did post out our
Yes, we posted it before the yeah.
Shout out to the people. Last night,
Love you, Buff Nation.
111 super chats, new record for us.
Yeah, crazy.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Insane.
there's a lot of shows out there that would kill for 111 likes.
There's a lot of shows out there we kill for 111 views.
That's true.
That's true. That is true.
You know, one of the things about this space, as you grow into it, start doing it, you remember where you came from. Like, you remember your growth, right? Because it's yours. But you also have to take the time to go look at similar platforms, whether it's other schools or people covering the same content as you, and just kind of, measure. And you'll get a bigger appreciation for 111 likes. I mean, super chats or this many views and likes. Because it's like what becomes, and it's a blessing. Shout out to the fans.
Absolutely.
What becomes normal to you is really abnormal to the industry.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
When you look at across YouTube, for instance, and I know you guys can't wait for it to happen. It's going to be real soon, knocking on 100K. Less than 1% have 100,000 followers.
Wow.
Across the YouTube spectrum. And there are millions of YouTube channels.
I didn't realize you were a 1%er, bro.
And y'all are about to be. but you lose that perspective because you're around other 1%ers.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's legitimately funny thinking that if I pull up our show, around 24 hours after we did it, I'll go, only 10,000 views.
I know.
What did we do wrong? Bad headline, bad description. How did we mess this up?
No, there's nothing wrong.
10,000 views is like a floor.
I remember the night Coach Prime was hired, and Allie was producing the show, and of course the chat was lit and all that. And the show ends, she goes, "We had like 3,000 live viewers."
Yeah.
After I was getting like 30 at max, and this was in the Coach Prime build up.
Yep.
Before that, we had like 7.
It's actually, I remember that moment so vividly that I remember what you responded.
Yes.
Which you're like, don't tell me that. That makes me nervous.
Man, I remember those days well, man. And you just have to sometimes stop where you are and just look back.
Yep.
And appreciate how far you come. And then also look ahead and appreciate the market space that's out there that's untapped. Like, as big as this story is in sports, this Deion Sanders, Colorado, Shedeur, Travis, all of this story is, there's still millions of people right here around the corner hadn't heard it yet.
Yeah.
And it's our job to get them to hear it.
Amen. And we say this every week, but honestly, obviously, huge shout out to everyone who is watching and super chatting, but everyone who, says hi to us, whether it's in the team hotel or, at the tailgate or outside the game or in the game for me yesterday, that just makes my day every time.
Mm-hmm.
Truly. And, I took a little bit of a risk, I guess, yesterday, just being like, I'm going to go to the game solo, and I'm sure I'll make friends. And, of course, Buff Nation was there. We had a blast.
When you're going anywhere that Buff Nation is, though, you can kind of rest assured internally, I'm not going to be alone long.
Amen.
I just got to get there. My daughter, Jasmine, and I, we walked from the RV in Orlando to the stadium, which, was a good walk, right?
Yeah.
And we're walking, through their college game day. Big Noon Kickoff was there.
Yep.
And we're walking through their tailgate area, their student sections, and it was just me and her. But you got love from not only your people that were there, but from them. And as you're walking along, you realize, I'm not alone. Like, we got compadres here.
Yeah.
We got amigos.
Yep.
Buff Nation travels well, man.
Yes, they do.
That's another cool thing. I loved getting all the tweets yesterday being like, I can hear the fight song on the broadcast, which is sick.
And I'll say this about Buff Nation. It's about any nation that's trying to win a war, because that's what we're doing. We're at war and trying to win.
Absolutely.
Not only does Buff Nation travel well, we have to appreciate that new splinters of Buff Nation are growing everywhere. So when we go there, there are people there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But then it's like a magnet that picks up a few people on the
Yeah,
way, too.
yeah.
Like the guy I was telling you about yesterday who said he played football at Arizona, but he's a Buffs and a Coach Prime guy now.
I love it.
DCB channel has a funny comment. He says, "Remember when Jake and RK did Roman and Jive Hive reads?"
Yes.
I mean, what else did we have back? We had a lot back then.
I always have a fond memory of Denver Rubber Company.
I think we were doing Green Mountain Dental to thousands of people on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
And I remember you telling me when I got here how there was a press conference, you were the only one.
That is a real thing. But there was incredibly extenuating circumstances, which was a flood in Boulder.
Yeah.
But I really was the only person at the press conference.
But
Jake,
look at it this
you
way.
would go to press conferences in 22.
Yeah.
That was, probably 3 people? You, Adam, and Brian?
I've said this on the show before, but in the week of Utah, last game of the 2022 season, Mike Sanford is the head coach. Jordan Tyson's already out for the season. Like, everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong.
And they were down, 35-7?
And they're about to get killed again on Saturday.
0.
That Wednesday press conference with Coach Sanford, it was me, Adam, Brian, Nikki, and I think Tyler.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all should just all go to lunch. I mean, with the coach.
Yeah.
Table for 6.
Sanford would have been down.
It used to be that. That's what coach press conferences used to be. They would feed us, and it would be like 7 of us. And we'd just hang in there with Coach Sanford for like 20, 30 minutes.
Yep.
We'd ask him about whatever.
Yeah.
Because with all due respect to that flood, and I know the circumstances, you happen to be by the building on the other side of the flood, but a flood ain't stopping the press conference of Coach Prime, Shador, or Travis.
No, bro. People would have got boats.
They would have gotten canoes, bro.
They would have got there.
That's so true.
Put it on wetsuits.
You imagine the views, though, if I was the only one there for that?
Oh, man.
Like that, the live, and I know we were kind of reminiscing as we go down the road, but that live post-game TCU.
Oh, yeah. That was crazy.
Yes.
I wonder how many Super Chats we got that night. I think it was like 90.
It was up there. The people watching live was up there, man.
We need a Big 12 championship post-game show.
Oh, my God. I need it.
Same hotel in that ballroom, you know. We
Or
just
how
go
about the
hijack
post-game
it.
show where they clinch a berth into the Big 12 championship?
That's going to be a great
Need
one.
it. I need it.
It's going to be a great one.
All right, Super Chats, questions.
BJ Youngworld has a question. He says, when is homecoming?
It has passed.
Yeah, that was Baylor.
Yep.
Jackson State homecoming, though, 2 weekends from now.
Weeks, yep. November 1st weekend, 2nd weekend, whatever the date is.
D'Angelo from Como says, what time are you guys making it back to Boulder?
I have no idea,
don't
but
know.
I'll look right now. Give you a general estimate.
Thank you for the Super Chat.
RG called the rain, though. Let me. It's raining right now.
It's raining?
And RG did say it's going to rain when we get around Santa Fe or somewhere. He called it.
Oh man, this is kind of depressing.
Oh, no.
We are slated to get in at 5:39 p.m.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a little longer than
Yeah,
that.
what are we, just outside of Santa Fe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're there for kickoff of Sunday Night Football, that'll be a dub.
Let's hope. We got to stop, too. I mean, there's no chance.
I'm guessing like 6:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what I was saying.
Next.
Kevin Dorsey, can we talk about how much different this team is after losses compared to last year?
Oh,
Absolutely.
great point.
Thanks for that, Kevin Dorsey. And before the season started, this was one of the things I would talk to you guys about that I wanted to see. You know, you have this coach talk where you go 1-0 each week. But we all know that there's probably not going to be a team in America that's undefeated in college football this year. Having said that, what I was so eager to see was how was this team going to react after a loss. And I was so proud of the after Nebraska loss. But what I really got stoked about was after the Kansas State loss and the lack of finger pointing, but every unit and every player was pointing at themselves as something that they could have, should have done.
Yeah.
When this team last year was the complete opposite.
This team truly hates losing.
I love that.
It bothers them.
Yep.
Yeah, the expectation is high, man. And it's not like pie in the sky lofty goals, oh, we like this, we're going to do this. Like, they really believe in each other and that they're more talented than their opponents. And when the talent and the scoreboard don't match, they get pissed.
Yeah, and I mean, I go back to something I brought up a few weeks ago, but it was Shador on his podcast after Baylor, before UCF. And, you know, his last segment is always like, what's motivating me this week?
Yeah.
And he said, what's motivating me this week is how close we were to failure last week. Like, he was pissed that they almost lost.
Yeah.
Tyler Brown post-game yesterday was the same way. Like, I'm sitting here trying to talk to him about Coach Prime said what happens when we protect the QB and we stop the run, and he wasn't trying to hear it. He's like, yeah, we protect the QB, but we didn't open up the holes for the runs, though. We got to do better. It's like, we're looking at the same scoreboard, man?
Hell yeah.
It's awesome.
Great Super Chat. Thank you.
Dan O says, 3 more road trips. Which one are you looking forward to the most? I think we're down to 2
Two
now.
more.
2 more.
Oh, yeah, bowl.
Yeah, bowl game.
Oh, well,
Depending on where
5
that
if
is.
you count the Big 12 championship and the bowl game, and then maybe 3 college football playoff games.
Yeah, that can all happen. But if I got to pick between the 2 that we got on the schedule right now, give me, because we're playing in Arrowhead, give me the Kansas City run.
Okay, I'm going
Lubbock.
the opposite for exactly what you said. Because we're playing in Arrowhead,
Yeah.
I'm excited to go to a real college football stadium in Texas, but I understand.
Yeah, I've just never been to Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah, exactly.
Neither have I.
I have. It sucks.
Not surprising.
It's no, I just love football in Texas, man. That's
Yeah.
what it's all about. So I'm excited to go to Lubbock.
Yep.
I'm ready for KC for the barbecue.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jack Stack.
Jack Stack.
Eric wants to know, Jake Neely and RK, Carday Smith is coming next weekend for Cincinnati. Any chance
Yes,
of
he
Juju
is.
Lewis coming? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone for USC.
We
I
got
would
a
say
stone.
there is
We
a
got 2 birds.
very good chance. of that.
Stay tuned. This is going to be a fun week, guys.
Jake, who's your F1 team?
Toyota.
No. Well, shout out Toyota and Haas Racing. Red Bull. I like Red Bull. I like Horner. Max Verstappen is my driver because he's just a straight dog. But I like McLaren a lot. I like Zach Brown.
I really like the mid 2000s Patriots. Tom Brady, I think, is good. That's what you're saying right now.
How?
Verstappen.
I could have picked 7-time champion Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes, bro.
You should, because
I
he's
The
know
reason
none
why
of
I
these
like
part owner of the Broncos.
the reason why I like Red Bull is because I wanted someone to finally take Mercedes down.
I'm just giving you.
I'm just explaining.
I know.
I know none of these people.
My team is Toyota, always.
Shout out Haas Racing.
Yeah, some Haas's out there.
Speaking of this, we got a race starting in 30 minutes.
Super chats. East Coast Kev says, thank you guys for the Sunday content. Hearing from each of you, who gets the game ball this week? My pick is the Wade twin.
Shout out Keaton Wade.
Keaton Wade did get called up by Coach Prime in the postgame.
He did.
Game ball goes to LeJonte Wester for me.
Trying to think of what player was the most important in winning that game.
I can't just give one, but
I'll roll with LeJonte. I like that.
I'm unmoved with that pick. That is.
I mean, it
staying
matches
on that.
our unanimous consent pregame, and he did have the numbers and the targets and the all around, so you can't debate it.
Yep.
Dude absolutely cooked out there.
And I think twin. The 2 sacks he got, not taking anything away from him. His game ball is the perseverance, the injury,
Absolutely.
the work that he's putting in to get back to this moment more than it is the actual moment.
Go watch his press conference on our YouTube channel. Him and Will Shepard. It's really good.
Hell yeah.
Next super chat from Matt Goldstein. Thank you. Nothing on it.
Thank you.
Friends with my
GMAX
dad.
says, can confirm used to be a Twisters near Lakewood High School. It was
Yep.
gas. Shout out to the governor, Lakewood High School, baby. Check out Maria Elena's Mexican at First and Wadsworth. Lakewood Legends, 40
Very
years
familiar.
strong.
All right.
Very familiar with that spot.
What's it called again?
Maria Elena's.
Okay.
Super chat from Don Peasy says, ATP, I hope CU wins the Big 12 and goes to the playoff disrespected and unranked by the AP. Opinions of small minds don't influence our goals. Hashtag SCO.
Thank you, East Coast Kev.
Super chat from Laura says, great job this weekend, Team DNVR. You guys put the fun in being a fan. Great time to be a buff. Get some rest, and let's show up and get loud next weekend. Plus, hashtag we want Juju.
Shout out to you, Laura. We were not able to stop for green chili, and I apologize.
Also, it's a good week to get that hashtag back up and rolling.
Put it up. Get it going.
We want Juju.
Super
Hand
chat
clap
from
emoji.
Chris Falk says, enjoying the content, following y'all from Germany. Finally get to watch
Wow.
a full live show. Keep up the great work. Keep living the dreams. SCO Buffs.
Sco Buffs.
Sco
Thank you for
Buffs.
following.
Super chat from Don Juan says, doing the show on the bus while traveling is elite. Shout out to who originally thought of this idea. It's giving NBA on TNT vibes with EJ, Kenny, and Shaq.
Sick.
That's the ultimate compliment, I think.
So
This is your idea.
You're EJ.
Obviously.
sick. I get to be Kenny. All right. I'd rather be Chuck.
I'm more Barkley than Shaq.
Yeah, I'd rather be Chuck or Shaq. but I love it.
Hey, this guy.
Let's go.
Let's go, RG.
RG cracking an ice cold curd live.
One last. Sunday, baby. Rashad Clark with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashad.
That's it.
That is it, huh?
What do you think, Jake? Should we encourage them to send more super chats so we can keep going?
If I can get this F1 race on and some red zone then yeah.
We're not putting on F1 during
I'm putting it on, bro.
All right.
We can put it on this TV. I'll watch.
So in other
yeah.
words,
F1
let's not
with you?
encourage super chats because we'll have to fight Jake.
All right. Well, also, I want to watch football, too.
Oh.
He needs the ball, man. It's not as important as when you need it.
Just your just
hilarious,
killed me.
Jake.
Look at his face, man.
This is
Look
great.
at his
This
face.
is funny. This is good
Look
content.
at his face.
I appreciate you for that.
So he wants ball, he can't get it. RK wants ball, is next up.
Hope the post-game comments keep that same energy.
All right, let's wrap it.
We'll be back on Tuesday, I think.
Love you guys. Go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.